Okay, so here we are at another area of the tri-state area, Montclair, New Jersey. So what we have here is we had an existing unilog patio and staircase, a steep topography. So what we're doing here is we cut through the wall and extended this new walkway. And the new walkway consists of fieldstone, rough-hewn, natural fieldstone steps. Okay, so we had quite a ways to go. So we need the steps to be of a certain height and depth. So this worked out pretty well. We brought in a lot of engineered soil to create this bank, this slope. And in here, we have a no-mow lawn, which really means you mow it like every 6 weeks or so, depending on rainfall and so forth. So it's kind of a low mow lawn. And this is also the sleigh riding hill for the kids. So we wanted to keep this open. So we have a landscape that kind of wraps around on the inside of the fence. And in here, we have some nice planting. Again, it's predominantly native. You see a lot of bees here on the hydrangea. And they're looking pretty good on a hot sunny day. So the irrigation's working. And once again, we put some river rock in the corners to keep the mulch from pouring out. Where you see mulch migrating onto the path, it's because the large dog runs across. So in here we have some nice stone for landscape effect and also to incorporate into the slope. We have a lot of stone buried in here that you cannot see, so we did a subgrade riprap retaining wall and then put the soil on top of it and planted it. So on here we created an irregular flagstone patio terrace. And this is for more adult entertainment. We have some nice viburnums back here, sedges, ferns, and more fun stuff up here. And in here we have the playground mulch, and we use this cedar post, fence post with the bark off, and some boulders to elevate this playground terrace. And in here, this is going to be some kind of graduated climb for the kids in here. We have a nice shade garden happening here, and this is our Boulder scramble. So this is for the kids to play on, so you can come down here and have some fun walking around the boulders. So this is placed with mini excavator and a skid steer. We cement some of the stone in because the kids were throwing the stone around, but simply the stone is held together by gravity. So the pieces are knit together. They're not going anywhere, but it's a lot of fun to play with. And here, there was an existing weeping redbud, which is a lot of fun. Over here we have more grasses and perennials. We created another bioswale in here, and we have a little bridge to walk over the bioswale. This is to take the water that comes down from the slope. It's also pretty decorative. In this case, we have our vegetated tunnel. So the kids come down off the playground and the boulder scramble, go through the tunnel. You have choices. So the tunnel's a lot of fun. At the end of the tunnel, you can go home or come down over balance beams. So the balance beams introduce you to fun stuff. So what we did is we softened the edge and planed this so that we're not a rough edge. And these are reboarded to the ground. So it's a little fun. They can play with their balance. Here's another graduated timber tower. The squirrels love it, apparently, so here's where the nuts are. And voila. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so it's not going to last forever, but hopefully it'll last till the kids get tired of it. So this is a lot of fun creating this, and we did a nice gentle landscape. The water comes down here, and even when there's not water running in it, obviously, it's an attractive landscape feature. We recontoured all the slopes with a significant amount of engineered soil, and we also amended the soil with biochar and compost, soil amendments, biostimulants, everything we need to regenerate life in the landscape. And it takes quite a bit to do that. So this is still the first year, so the plants are relatively immature, yet we expect this to fill out very nicely. So you can see that this is about 4 feet, so it's pretty comfortable, so that even if the kids take a tumble onto the Certified Playground Mulch, hopefully nobody should get hurt too bad. So it's a lot of fun, and gives you a lot of options for natural playscaping. And of course, since I'm 12 years old, I enjoy this myself. So safety is first. We want to make things creatively interesting, and we did that. And they've been doing a good job maintaining it. We have lots of fun native plants in here, combinations of things. So we're really enjoying it. And over time, the hydrangea petalaris is going to come up here and create a covering. This is relatively simple to do. We're not carpenters, so we took an image that our client shared with us and kind of ran with this. It's very simple, out of 4x4s and 2x2s, and not too complicated. The boulders, we had to select them by hand, as we did the timber pieces, okay, the stumps. So we had a tree company cut them at lengths for us. They're buried, subgrade into concrete like this. Over here, this is another little fun feature. So for the small kids, they have some sitting boulders. So they have a little council ring over here. So plants to keep them company. And you'd see, we utilized whatever stone that we had. We used every last stone that was brought in. We brought in a truckload of boulders. We brought in all the material, stage it on the other side, and bit by bit, we transformed this unusable sloping backyard into a masterpiece of design and playscaping, right? And it's fun. Boulder's a great addition to the landscape. This is what we mean by natural landscaping. We introduce natural elements, things that might appear that way. Of course, nature didn't do this. So we're not even mimicking nature. We're creating this and having fun in the process of introducing natural elements, the wood, the stone, the plants. This is on a item 4 base and stone dust, so this is very stable. It's not going anywhere, and it's also going to be helpful for drainage. So water will be infiltrated through the playground, through the mulched and planted areas, through the bioswale, absorbed by our constructed slope. Previously, soil and mulch and water was pouring over the unilock retaining wall onto the patio. That hasn't happened post-construction, so that's an indication that we're successful. So we have a lot of different echo tones in here. We have a nice bright patio. The sun disappears much later in the day. This is really your sunny section. And the lawn, you get some sun in the morning and enough to grow grass. And again, this is only 2 months old. What we did, which is interesting, and this is another stormwater technique here, is we seeded this in November. This is around Thanksgiving, but we used a straw blanket and pen mulch, seed accelerated, in addition to starter fertilizer and soil amendments. We treated everything as we do on a property with azomite, green sand, and gypsum. Okay, these are enlivened rock powders to improve aeration and improve infiltration of water and to add mineralization and also give it a positive spark of energy. And this has been very useful, we've found, throughout our landscape construction design. So in here we have nice planting along the side. This is for sleigh riding and playing whatever they want. The dog loves it, so that's cool. We put in a nice planting in the entrance, so up the stairs and over against the house, and all in all very successful.